What's going on, guys? Linus here. Welcome back to Slay the Spire. In the previous video, we set out on our first journey for YouTube, I guess, and I explained some stuff. So if you haven't seen that video, you know, watch that. Why are you here? What are you doing with your life? So we're gonna go check out this unknown thing. I feel like it's probably gonna be enemies. We checked 2, 3. Yeah, 4 unknown things, and I don't think any of them were battles. One of them is bound to be a battle. Let's check this out. Yep, there you go. Makes sense. Alright. We've upgraded some of our cards, though, which is kind of sweet. I'm going to go ahead. So we have no block, so we're going to take 16 damage. There's nothing we can do about it. We're going to do a Thunderclap. Make our enemies nice and vulnerable. Use Dramatic Entrance for a bunch of extra damage. And we're going to strike this guy a bunch. And that's pretty much all we can do. We'll still take 11 damage, but this guy's as good as dead. We basically took care of this entire battle in like one turn. Alright, finish. That was pretty doable. That was pretty easy. Got some gold. Alright, so a card that will do 7 damage to all enemies, pretty good. A card that will give us 1 energy, but will lose 3 HP, which is, you know, kind of dangerous. Shrug it off. You'll gain some block, you'll draw a card. I feel like, you know, we have extra dexterity because of the oddly smooth stone, so we'll get 9 block from this. And being able to draw cards is quite good, so I'm going to go with that for now. I don't think it really matters. We're facing a normal enemy, no matter what. It's a little dude. It's a little dude, and it's a little slime. Alright. Let's retrace the steps that we took in the previous battle. Just do that. Boom, bunch of damage. We're gonna go ahead and block everything because he'll do 10 damage. I really don't feel like taking 10 damage to the face. Alright. We're okay. He has made me frail, so I'll get less block for now. It's kind of annoying. This guy will do 10 damage, so we're gonna use this. We're gonna use the defend, so we got 10 blocks, so we're good now. We're gonna go ahead and strike, and we're going to do nothing because we have no energy. So what this guy will do, these little looters, thieves, they will steal 15 gold whenever they attack, which is a lot, for sure. I'm gonna flex. I'm gonna flex some more. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. I'm gonna use that on you because I don't want him to leave. We could take a risk, but that's kind of scary because you could get an attack that does very little damage, but I think we might be okay. Yeah, here we go. It's another 20 damage. So let's just finish this guy. So we'll only take 8 damage from the slime, and we'll probably finish him next turn. And we're going to get our gold back. Luckily, we have a wound. Alright, so we can just finish this now. There we go. We're only missing 13 HP. Which isn't that much. I'm going to go with Cleave here. Dealing 7 damage to all enemies is a huge upgrade from Strike, which will do 6 damage to only 1. So I'm gonna pick Cleave. Let's go and rest up. So the question is, do we want to rest and basically get some HP, or do we want to upgrade a card? I actually am in favor of upgrading a card. Gain 11 block, gain a bunch of strength, headbutt, infernal blade, heavy blade, this is mostly good in combination with the flexes, so. Alright, so there's 2 things we could do. We could upgrade something like Cleave or Headbutt or something, or we could upgrade a Strike so that, you know, normal Strike is at least usable, but I think I'd rather just get rid of them altogether. I'm gonna go with Infernal Blade. I'm gonna go with the randomness of it all. Basically, that amounts to a free attack in 1 turn. Let's go. This is the boss battle. This is a pretty spooky guy, the Guardian. He's going to block and buff so we can attack. After taking 30 damage, he will switch to defensive mode. Might as well just use this right now. Let's see. If we drop kick him and then headbutt, we can get our drop kick back. Yeah, there it is. Alright, so we got that back. We still have a strike, so let's do some damage. He's charging up a very, very scary attack. 32 damage. That is a lot. Needless to say. I'm gonna flex here, actually. So Heavy Blade will do a lot of damage. He'll go to defensive mode. So what he's going to do now is he will use an ability that is not an attack, which I definitely prefer. I'm going to use Uppercut. That will make him weak and vulnerable. Then we can use Dropkick. Then we can Flex. I mean, that doesn't actually do anything. So let's, I guess, block instead. Not that that actually does anything. Would have been cool. Alright, so use Sharp Hide. So whenever I play an attack now, he will do a little bit of damage to me. I'm going to use Bash. I'm going to use Thunderclap. Because we have no block available. So we want to basically sort of burst him down as quickly as we can. Because he can still attack when he's in this mode. And some of those attacks actually are quite strong. I'm going to use Shrug It Off because we need 16 block here. So actually this is like enough, I think. I'm just going to strike him. Okay, actually we'll take 4 damage now because I used my block before I attacked him. Yeah, that's 20 damage that he's about to do. We need to do something about that. Let's begin with this. So he's weakened now, so it's 12 damage. Far more manageable. Let's block 6 of it. Yep, that's pretty rough. But we have a lot of health remaining, so we might be okay. I'm going to Flex. I'm going to Heavy Blade him for 20 damage, but that'll be 30 actually. Because he's weakened. We're going to Dropkick him. There we go. Then we're going to Flex, and we're going to Strike him. So basically that's sort of the flow of combat. Like, you're trying to use all your cards as you go. Or as many as you can, while still, you know, stopping incoming damage and things like that. So I'm going to block. I think we should try and block all the damage. So let's make sure he stays weakened for longer. His health is starting to get pretty low. Boom, blocked. That's a successful block right there. Alright, this one's actually kind of scary. He's going to do 16 damage. So we'll bash him. Then we... Oh, wait. Actually, that was a mistake. Alright, I'm going to shrug it off. Flex doesn't do anything at all, so I'm going to just not... Doesn't matter. So we're still taking a bit of damage. Because of a mistake. Alright, let's see. So, we need to do 50 damage to him. Which we can't. So we have to do whatever we can right here. Like, we're literally just using all our cards because we have no other options available. And we're going to kind of have to take 20 damage, sadly. Okay, please don't finish me off. Okay, he will not be able to finish me off, which I'm very happy about. Dropkick for a free card, which is not a good one. Do that. But we can finish him, so we're good. Oh, wait, we can't. We can almost finish him, but not quite. Because he went into defensive mode. Alright, so... We can finish him this turn, though. No problem, dude. Just uppercut, boom, dead. And there you go. So at a boss battle, you don't really have to conserve your health as much, because if you finish a real big boss, you will get fully healed, which is very nice. You also get a choice of a really good card, so... Exhaust one card. If the chosen card was a status or curse, you will deal 10 damage to all enemies. So this basically means that if you keep a curse card in your hand, this card's actually really good. But I don't want any of those. Oh boy. I really don't want any curse cards in my deck whatsoever. I want to get those out. So I'm not going to pick that. Barricades of Power. Powers are active. If you use them, they're active for the entirety of the battle. Block no longer expires at the start of your turn. That's really, really good. Because you can sort of stack up your block on turns where you don't have an attack and the enemy is defending or whatever. You can just sort of keep that. Then there's Impervious, which will give you 30 block, but you can only use this once. Like, it's removed until the end of combat after that. So, yeah, it's good. It's a lot of block, but you can only use it once. I'm gonna go with Barricade. I feel like that could be very beneficial if we can get it to work well. And at the end of a big battle, you get a nice little chest, which gives some really, really good stuff. So there's Black Blood, which will replace our Burning Blood, and we will heal 10 HP instead of 6 at the end of combat. There's a Tiny House, which gives us a potion, 30 gold, raise max HP by 5, and you get a card. And the Velvet Choker. You gain 1 energy at the start of each turn, but you cannot play more than 6 cards. So, That's actually really, really good too. All of these are actually really good choices. I am leaning towards the choker though, because having extra energy I feel is going to be super good. Although, having an extra card and having more max HP is really good too. But this is sort of like more spread out. Like you get a potion, a little bit of gold, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Whereas more energy is always really good. So I'm going to go with that. And look at that. We've beaten the first level. It'll take you a little while before you can do that. But, you know, like I said, I've been playing actually quite a bit since yesterday. Let's see. I don't think it really matters to me too much. Like, it's all pretty much the same. I would like to spend some of my, gold, though. Maybe remove a card. I'm gonna go here so we can visit the merchant nice and quickly. Oh, boy. Alright. It's the little birds. Right. These things don't look scary, but they are a little scary. And we're gonna gain some strength. We're going to do 8 damage to all of them, which will be reduced, I believe, yeah, because they're flying. And you can cancel their flight by hitting them 30 times in a single turn. So if we're lucky, we can do that. Exhaust all non-attack cards in your hand. That's doable. If we use Barricade, which isn't going to help me out right now, but eventually it will. This is an attack card, so we basically will not exhaust anything. And we will hit one of these guys. I'm going to go with the weakest one, though, because I want to take him out first. But we are taking 15 damage right now, and there's absolutely nothing that I can do about it. Which is a bummer. If you can gain even a little bit of block, or if you can weaken all of them, then you will sort of, you know, to stop all of this. So he'll do a little bit of damage. I'm going to shrug it off, gain some block. Alright, flex. That's pretty good. We're going to cleave. Boom. So they're all kind of hit. And we're just going to build up our block because it will no longer be removed at the start of the turn. So we're left with 16 block right now. Alright, they're strengthening themselves. So they'll do extra attack damage. But it's only 1, so it's not like the end of the world, but it is kind of scary, I will admit. Let's see. This is kind of scary. Like, they'll do a lot of damage. We gotta take at least one of these guys out. Still alive. Oh god. Alright, I'll take a shrug it off for next turn. If I use that, I can strike this one down and still block. And we'll actually be able to block exactly everything. But that's all thanks to that blockade ability. Alright, we need to shrug it off. We're in a bit of trouble now. This one's already, like, stronger, so I want to take this one out first. At least we will only take 1 damage, right? Actually, no, we'll take no damage right now. Yeah, this one's strengthening itself quite a lot. I feel like this one is about to start strengthening, yep. So what we gotta do is stop their flight, or just straight up kill them. So there we go. Actually, let's just block. Because they'll take a lot less damage right now. But there's only 1 left, so we're gonna be okay. We'll also obviously heal at the end of the battle, so we should be okay. I'm gonna flex, gain some strength for free. I'm gonna strike. I'm gonna headbutt. I'm gonna take another flex, and then I'll heavy blade. Boom. He's down. He will not be attacking. He's stunned now because his flight's canceled. He's got 1 health. Basically, this is a win. This battle's over. Doesn't matter. Just finish it. There we go. Alright, not bad. Another regen potion. And we get a new card. Deal damage equal to your current block. See, this is actually pretty good in combination with the barricade, because we can stack up a whole lot of block and then use Body Slam to do damage equal to our block. So that could be a whole lot. There's Wild Strike. Deal 12 damage, but you do shuffle a wound into your draw pile. So that is a wound card that you can't use. And there's Twin Strike. Deal 5 damage twice. This is actually pretty good because it is almost twice as good as a normal strike. I do want to try and experiment more with the block, though. So I'm going to take Body Slam. We're going to try and stack a nice amount of block in our deck, and then use Body Slam to actually use that. Let's see. Whenever an enemy dies, you gain 1 energy, you draw a card. While your HPs have at or below 50%, you have 3 additional strength. At the start of each combat, add a random colorless card to your hand. That's interesting. I do want to just remove the injury, though, because that's very annoying. So we're doing that. I'm not going to buy any potion right now. This is interesting. It's colorless, so anybody can use it. Deal damage equal to the number of cards in your draw pile. So that could go up to 22 damage for 0 cost. That's really good. I'm taking Mind Blast. Then I'll also take... I really don't like shuffling wounds into my draw pile. I feel like I get very little benefit from that. I'll take Pommel Strike so we can do a bit of damage, draw an extra card. Because we now have 4 energy that actually is going to be worth it, I think. Alright, let's go on. So far, so good. Alright, well, it's only 1 enemy, so I'm going to go ahead and use this. I'm going to bash it, so it's vulnerable. I'm going to drop kick it, so we get a new card. And I'm going to use Heavy Blade. Look at that. Look at that. You know, this person hasn't done anything at all yet, and it's almost half dead. Sometimes, you know, things are nice. However, now we are hexed. Whenever you play a non-attack card, you shuffle 1 dazed into your draw pile. So every time we use something that's not an attack, we'll get a dazed. Which is unplayable and ethereal. Ethereal means that if it's in your card, if the card's in your hand at the end of your turn, it's exhausted, so it's removed. So you can only, it can really only bother you once, and after that, you know, you're fine. I don't want to exhaust any card, so what we'll do is I'm going to draw a card. That's not bad. So we go strike. Actually, we should have done, it doesn't really matter. Cleave. We have to exhaust, oh, we can't play anymore. Sadly, because we already played 6 cards in a single turn. So that 1 extra energy gives you a lot more freedom to play around with. Oh boy. Alright, headbutt. Give me back my drop kick. I'm gonna strike, and we win. We took no damage. That was perfect, because we heal at the end of it as well. We could get, okay, an upgraded version of headbutt. We could get another barricade, which I don't think I want to have 2 of these. And a perfected strike. You deal 6 damage and an additional +3 for all your cards containing strike. So this is strike. Could be good. But I'm gonna go with a headbutt. It seems safer. It's upgraded, it's good. I think we just have to face the music here and fight one of these elites. Because if we go here, we get 1 normal enemy, unknown, elite, rest up, unknown, treasure. This seems like a pretty easy path aside from the elite. But hey, if we survive that, we get some pretty good stuff. Alright, we have a Centurion and a Mystic. I'm going to use Dramatic Entrance, do 6 damage to both of them. I will use Shrug It Off, because she's about to attack for 8 damage. Then I'm going to use Bash on the Mystic. So we can do 9 damage, but we can also do 9 damage and get back one of our cards. So I actually do prefer that. I'm going to get Shrug It Off back. Because drawing cards right now for us is actually really good. Well, like I said, I've already played the game a bunch, so I already know what certain enemies do, and that's really important to know as well. Let's flex. Alright, then we're going to Shrug It Off. We can drop kick. For free. Let's use Infernal Blade, see what we get. Heavy Blade. Alright, that's actually really good this turn. So it's free, so let's just throw it out there. Boom. Alright, Mystic down, right? We're good. We're going to defend. And that's all we can do, because we played 6 cards, sadly. So there is a pretty big payoff to the, or trade-off to this card. That's not great. So since we killed the healer, who didn't actually get to heal, this guy's just gonna go straight for the face. Try to murder me. I'm gonna use Pommel Strike, so we can draw something nice. Okay. Headbutt, let's get back, Shrug It Off maybe. That's definitely a cart that I might want to upgrade. Just to get more block. Alright, he did a little bit of damage, but we're okay. He's about to do a lot of damage, though. This is quite bad right now. It'll only do 3 damage. I'm going to shrug it off. I'm going to flex. We're going to defend. So I'll only take 3 damage right now, which is, you know, that's damage that we're taking, but that's life. Alright, just do that, because why not? Alright, so he did a little bit of damage. Still very manageable. We need to try to finish him now, though. So I'm going to use Thunderclap. Dropkick. There we go. Heavy Blade will do 14. Actually, that'll kill him. There we go. Alright, not bad. Still pretty fully healed. We got a Fire Potion that we can use. I'm going to get rid of one of these regens because I feel like I really don't want to have 2 of those. Okay. At the end of your turn, for each attack played this turn, deal 1 damage to all enemies. That's actually quite good. As a power, so that's active for the rest of the battle. We use a lot of attacks. I feel like that's quite good. Sword Boomerang, actually quite weak. 3 damage to a random enemy 3 times, and then, you know, I'm gonna go with Fire Breathing. I want to check that out. Now let's venture into the unknown. Not a battle. An old beggar cloaked in fur reaches his hand out towards you as you pass. Spare some coin, child. Alright, here you go. He's a cleric. You are a kind soul. Receive my purification. You are unsure if he's grateful or mad. Well, let's get rid of one of our strikes. It's about time we did that. But this is where things start getting a little bit hairy. Now we're fighting more elites. So these guys are minions. What that means is that they will abandon combat when their leader dies. So this is actually quite good here. Boom. If we use Cleave, that's 1 guy down. Let's headbutt the little guy. So he's dead. Then we'll strike. And that's pretty good. So he's going to block and buff. Probably make himself stronger or some such thing. There we go. But we already killed his little lackeys. So what he'll do now is he's going to probably try to, let's see, get him back. We have no way of inflicting vulnerable on an enemy. Let's draw a card. That's pretty good. That's a good amount of damage. So we can do 11 damage. Actually, yeah, okay. That's pretty good. We'll get his little lackeys back, though. So we need our cleave and stuff back. We've got a fat gremlin and a gremlin wizard. I feel like we need to start stacking some barricades. So I'm going to do that. We're going to block. We're okay. That's fine. So basically what the big guy does is he mostly will summon little guys, and when, you know, he does that... Ooh, this is more cards in your draw pile, so that'll be 5 damage, right? I wish he would tell me, because I'm not entirely sure. Let's use Infernal Blade, it's free. Thunderclap, that's good. There we go. Yeah, we need to take one of these guys out for sure. Let's use Pommel Strike, draw a card. Alright, so we're just going to try and take this guy out because he's actually a little bit dangerous. Alright, there we go. We don't have a lot of blocks, so we're taking some pretty big hits here, but that's, you know, elite battles, you better get ready to take some damage. We might have to heal very, very soon. Alright, we're going to use Fire Breathing because we have a lot of attacks. We're going to use Flex for strength. Thunderclap to make our enemies vulnerable. We're going to use Dropkick. Only 5 damage, that's pretty low. Alright, well, that's... okay. Use Strike, so that'll kill him, and then we'll use Pommel Strike on him. And there you go. Now we'll start breathing fire. That's not bad, it's just a little bit extra damage, I quite like it. It's not gonna, like, win you combat or anything, but it's still pretty good. It's still pretty good. I'm actually gonna pop the regen potion because it looks like we'll actually be here for a little while. Mind Blast will do a lot of damage right now. That's 11. If we get strength, it'll be 13. Alright, so do that. And I'm gonna block, I'm gonna bash. I guess maybe just kill this guy, even though we don't really have to right now. Let's bash the big guy, make him vulnerable. There we go. If we get a cleave, or if we get our upgraded version of Thunderclap, then we can probably kill the little wizard guy quite easily. He's got a lot of strength right now, though, which is very, very scary. We need to shrug it off. He's about to do 45 damage. That's frickin' scary. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna use cleave. Let's see. We could body some for 17 damage right now. Let me just kill the little guy. We're just gonna have to take some of this damage, sadly. That was a lot. Alright, so what we'll do... Use headbutt. Give me back, let me give a shrug it off. That will hopefully keep me alive next turn. But if we... I think we can finish this, actually. Yep. Perfect, okay. We get a blood vial. At the start of each combat, you heal 2 HP. So now we heal 2 at the beginning, and 6 at the end of combat. Pretty good. Whirlwind. You spend all your energy, but you deal 5 damage to all enemies that many times. So that would be... We have 4 energy, so that would be 20 damage to all enemies. Quite good. Another body slam. We have anger. Deal 6 damage, but it's free. And it's upgraded too. And you place a copy of it into your discard pile. Not bad. Not bad. These are all actually pretty valid choices. I like this because you can sort of use it against big groups like we just faced. But you can use this, obviously, when you're stacking a lot of block. But Whirlwind is sort of, you know, that's going to work in most situations, I think. Now we got to rest, though. We can't really upgrade a card. We can't afford it. We need to rest up. Our HP is starting to run low. We're in a pretty hairy situation. Alright, let's check out the unknown. Not a battle. A man with an eye patch and a devilish grin casually strides up to you. Hey there, stranger. Interested in some jacks? It'll make you stronger than any training or blessing. You're gonna need it if you're one of those heroes with a death wish. What do you say? Want to get jaxed? It's a skill. You lose 3 HP, but you gain 2 strength. And this for the duration of the battle. So actually, that's pretty good. I'm gonna take it. Thank you. That's a pretty good card. The man heads over a dangerous-looking syringe filled with glowing liquid before skulking off into a shadowy alleyway. That's not bad. I'm gonna take this treasure. Magic flower. Whoa, healing is 50% more effective during combat. I wonder if that works for the burning blood in the blood vial. Because if it does, that's actually pretty good. Let's see if it does. We should heal for 3 if it does. It does! Oh, it works! That's so beautiful. I love it. Alright, we're gonna use Dramatic Entrance, deal 6 damage to all these cultists. We're gonna use Barricade. Start stacking some of that, block, because we're gonna need it. We're gonna need it. Because what these guys do is they, at the beginning of combat, they buff themselves. At the end of their turn, they will gain 3 strength. If you leave these guys alive for too long, you will die. And that's never fun. Alright, so they'll do 18 damage. I'm gonna use Fire Breathing. I'm gonna use Block, obviously, to block some of the damage. We're going to use Pummel Strike, draw a card. Sadly, not a block, but we can do 12 damage, which is quite good, better than anything else we can do, so I'm gonna do it. There we go. Yeah, I like the Magic Flower. That's a pretty good relic. Especially if you can get other cards that will heal you during the battle. I'm gonna flex. I'm gonna flex. So now we will deal 9 times 4 damage to all enemies, which is an insane amount. So I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'd say that was worth it. Over Heavy Blade or Bash. That was good. Now we could have used our Fire Potion to kill one of these guys, but I kind of want to hang on to that for situations where I absolutely need it. Sure, use that, see what we get. Exhauster Hand. Deals 7 damage for each exhausted card. Not really what I'm looking for right now. I'm gonna use Mind Blast. That'll kill him. Headbutt. Boom. Alright, we win. And we get a little bit extra healing. So even our Burning Blood is made stronger because of the Magic Flower. So that's why I said that... Oh, this one's free, actually. That's kind of cool. But I'm going to go with another Headbutt, though. That's why I said that your runs are very dependent on what you find, what you buy, stuff like that. Because this works really well in combination with these. Obviously, max HP, that's always good. Extra Dexterity, always good. Extra Gold, always good. This is situational as well, because you can only play 6 cards per turn. So if you make a deck consisting of really, really cheap cards, then you're going to get in trouble. Because you can only play 6 per turn. So, something to consider. Alright, let's heal some HP here. Alright, we're starting to get pretty good amount of health. I'm going to visit the... we don't have a lot of gold. I think we're better off going this route than visiting the merchant. Because we can't buy anything there. So we're just going to go like this. And see what we get. Not a battle, thank you. Yes, this is actually really, really good. Navigating an unlit street, you come across several hooded figures in the midst of some dark ritual. As you approach, they turn to you in eerie unison. The tallest among them bears fanged teeth and extends a long pale hand towards you. Join us, brother, and feel the warmth of the spire. If you do this, you will remove all strikes. You will obtain 5 bites that you can see on the right. But you will lose a lot of your max HP. Basically become a vampire. You can also give up your, oh! We can give up the blood vial and get the bites instead. So the bites are stronger versions of strike. And they will heal you for 2 HP. But because we have the magic flower, it will actually heal us for 3. And I don't want to give up 30% max HP if I don't absolutely have to. So I'm going to give up the blood vial. That's great. The pale figures grasp as you take out the blood vial. The master's blood. They all chant fervently as the tall one bows before you. Drink from his blood and become one with him. The chant growing louder, you consume the contents of the vial. Your vision immediately warps and fades to darkness. You wake up sometime later alone. An intense hunger passes through your belly. You must feed. So we gave up one of our relics, but we got something really, really good in return because we now have 5 bites in our deck that deal 7 damage and heal us for 3. That's just really, really good. So, there we go. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here for now, guys. In the next part, we will either die or reach the second boss. I hope that you all enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.